The one connection, this is the battery, has to be reconnected right there to begin with. But this is going to go underneath it, and there's a couple screws that need to be set, and we're just going to go through that process, and that's that. One thing to remember, it's important, is to keep your screws, know where they go when you gotta put something back together. I can't stress the importance of that enough. You know, do whatever you gotta do. Make a get a Sharpie right on the metal. You know, that's okay. It's not gonna kill nothing. Do whatever you gotta do to make sure you know what screws go where. Extremely important. Right now, the first order of business is putting the two little screws back on here first, which I've got in this bowl. They're extremely tiny, and you need to use an extremely tiny jeweler's screwdriver to screw them in. And they go right here. This is where the hard drive goes. And that's how the hard drive case connects to the motherboard. These two tiny screws. That one. Yeah, the camera's on, baby. You might not want to walk in front of it with a bra on, unless you want all my friends to see your titties. Which, I mean, that's totally fine with me.
I just want to know where my purse is. Oh, I know right here.
Angie almost walked in front of the camera with the titties showing out. That would have been awesome.
Tell them why, because it's like 81 degrees in here in our house.
It's 81 degrees inside our house. There's nothing we can do about it. It's 107 degrees outside. It's an extremely hot day, and it's been that way for 2 weeks. So, that's what's up. Okay. Now, you must flip the board over. You need something to support it with. Find something to support it with. I'm going to use my attachment for my heat gun, and then you delicately and gently put this back where it needs to go. This is the protection from the motherboard. Now I can set that down. I'm really good to go. But I'm going to bring the camera over here so I can show you guys what I was talking about. I don't know if you can see or not. Let me see if I can zoom in. I can't zoom in, but I'll just do this. Right there, little red dot. That tells me that's where a screw goes. I wrote tiny on there because the tiny screw goes there. There's a big screw that goes in that hole, and so forth. So do whatever you've got to do to make sure you know where your screws go. Now this has some dust in it. I didn't buy a can of dust cleaner today, and I should have. So I'm just going to kind of shake it out.
The last time I checked it was.
Turn my vacuum cleaner back on. What'd you say?
No.
Like I said, mine wasn't that dusty as nearly as it was 4 months ago when I had to do this. But the PS3 is a major dust magnet, which causes the thermal PC compound to degrade over time, which causes your YLOD death in those cases. So there we go. I cleaned out the bottom of my PS3 case. This is the front side, this is the back side, and this is the bottom. That's that. The reason why I care about this PS3 in particular so much, just in case you're wondering, is because It's it was the 80 gigabyte MotorStorm bundle, which has PS2 backwards compatibility, and I wanted to make sure that I had that. And that was just a big issue for me. That's all. No big deal. Where I screwed up. Fan goes in first, just like that. Okay, that's how the fan sits in there. Okay, and you know, it just stays pretty stable. This will jiggle a little bit if you have the fan out and removed, but that's understandable. You gotta leave your power cable out and make sure you know that you can connect it back to the motherboard. I'm forgetting if I gotta put this in first or not. I think that I do. You gotta drop that in before you drop in the fan. See, I forget shit too. You drop it in the back part of your PS3. And it just kind of falls in there. Drop the fan in. Just kind of falls in there. Make sure everything looks right and correct. That's that. And then we're going to drop going to make a connection here first for the fan to be connected to the motherboard. I'm trying real hard not to get the thermal compound on me, but that's where this connects. So maybe I should take the fan back out and just connect it and then put it all back together. That makes more sense. Well, I had my PS3 put back together, and I had to take it back apart again because this little tiny ribbon cable I forgot to connect to the on and off switch. So yeah, obviously it wasn't going to work. I'm going to go ahead and finish putting this back together, take a couple minutes, and I'm going to turn the camera back on. Okay, the PS3 is on. I've got that, but it's not recognizing my Blu-ray drive. So I must not have the Blu-ray drive connector connected in properly. It's going to take another minute to troubleshoot. Once I do, I will show you what it looks like when it functionally operates. Hey honey, I just want to let you know, which, you know, that can definitely be a problem. I'm going to flip on the switch in the back. There's the TV. I've got a red LED, which is the power button. Push the power button, get a green light. The blue light flashing means that there's a disc in the drive. See, it's finally recognizing the disc. I'm going to show you. PS3 comes on. Select my profile. And I'm so happy I was able to do this again. I was starting to think that I screwed up my flash drive. And it shows the game. See, there's the game icon. That's the game I had stuck in the Blu-ray drive. And it's actually a fun game, believe it or not. It's pretty cool. Check it out. You hit the eject button. Oh my God. What do you know? My game came out. It is out. My yellow light of death is fixed. I've shown you all how to do it. It's happened to me twice with the same model PS3. I have fixed it twice the same exact way, except I had more problems getting it started this time. But it's fixed. I'm going to turn the game on.